But I want to talk a bit about, I feel like this swinging pendulum. I think many of us who grew up in the church remember praying for missionaries, commissioning missionaries, our families wrote to missionaries. There was some sense of being connected to a wider body. And with all the blessings that have come with the missional church movement and thinking locally, I feel more and more somehow like Western churches are disengaged from the global church. And from the news we read to the conversations we have to the way we structure and think about church, we're just so disconnected from so much of what you just shared. Um, how do we recover that sense of being part of a global body? And I mean, maybe you can even speak autobiographically about that as an American Christian, very involved in the global church. So talk a bit about that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, one way that we've learned to think about it by learning from our African partners is when we asked them, what is it you really want from the Western church? They they didn't want money and resources. They just wanted to share and do life together. So um, it was just as simple as connecting with people in the most basic parts of life. For the first time ever, I led a mission trip and just told our partners there, "You guys write the whole itinerary. Like, I don't even care what we do. It's up to you." And so all of our people showed up, not knowing what was going to happen, and they divided them all up and had them go to work with individual members from the church for the day and just spend an entire day walking in their shoes, cooking food with them, helping their children, doing homework, and it was just connecting with their lives. And so when we asked them, what do you really, really want? They said, we don't want your money. We want a prayer partner. So we started doing like this sister church program where instead of just connecting missionary to missionary, which often happens between church leadership, actually connecting entire church families with church families internationally and letting them become prayer partners back and forth using platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp, other just sort of communication tools and social media. So that instead of thinking institution, connecting institution to institution, rather connecting person to person. And that seemed to create a lot of transformation for people and a deeper level of buy-in. And oh my gosh, like these people are so happy. I feel so compelled to give them money, but I feel like it would just be to release my own burden and not actually to help them or assist them. And it was very guilt-inducing. So yeah, we talk a lot about a movement away from charity to envy, and actually being honest in that we actually hold these people up in higher esteem than ourselves when it comes to what they know about the gospel. So I think it's just some of those personal contact things. It's not really a deeply programmatic type of approach, but I would love to see everybody in the Western church just find somewhere where the Spirit's moving powerfully internationally and find one way to connect there, not in a one and done trip, and not in a missional touristic kind of way, but in a much more deep and enduring way that isn't financially based, that's relationally based.